Every now and then in our society, you start to hear the debate once again about whether or not dagga should be legalized. And there's strong arguments on both sides. You could say that it's been the law for a long time. To change it now would have unintended consequences. You could also say that there do seem, according to the doctors, to be some really bad impacts on your brain of having dagga at all, certainly temporarily, or simply having too much of it over time. But then there are arguments in favour of it. What about tradition? What about cultural practices? Some of those arguments could be relatively strong, but I think one must be careful when you use tradition to justify something. I think the argument needs to be a little stronger. Maybe an argument around freedom is actually a stronger argument. Having said all of that, though, there's a much wider context here. For example, we live in a country in which our government, rightly or wrongly, is trying to reduce the number of people who smoke. It's trying to reduce the number of people who drink alcohol. Those are good things, and I think would probably have broad support among most people in the population. Would it go against all of that to legalize dagga? I'm not sure at this point. I do think, though, that this argument is not as simple as it first sounds. And we can't do one thing. We can't legalize dagga and at the same time try and clamp down on similar drugs.